Hello and welcome to another video of Alpha PT. This is Fatima. Hope you all are doing well and hope your preparation is going on well. So I am back yet again with a very important video. As you know, we are towards the end of 2025 already. It's almost November and we are yet to finalize on the strategies after the changes that happened on the 7th of August 2025. So this video is going to focus on such strategies that don't work anymore in 2025. So ineffective strategies that you should absolutely avoid in order to get your PTE score. So without further delay, let's start finding out which strategies don't work anymore, because there've been a lot of students who have messaged us stating that I've been trying all the strategies, but I'm still not getting the score. Or I always used to get above 70, but I'm getting 50s now. So, in order to avoid all this, we wanted to make a video that's going to show you what is not working anymore. So, there are so many videos that show you what is working, but here let's talk about things which are ineffective. Overall, strategies that are not working is relying too much on the templates, uh, relying too much on being perfect, or not practicing enough, simply watching the videos and not putting them in practical approach, and assuming that you have mastered everything and not taking or not testing yourself enough and stuff like that. So let's head one after another. Like, I've finalized a few categories, like generic thing that have impacted the most ineffective strategies, and I'm going to discuss that. First and foremost, using generic memorized templates. It doesn't work anymore. Instead of using generic memorized templates in describe image, essays, retail lectures, summarize spoken text, where you only put minimal content, you need to analyze and put relevant ideas, especially essays, relevant content in describe images and retail lectures, and avoid templates which have generic information without topic. Okay, so most important thing that is not working is generic memorized templates that do not have relevant content. Okay, first and foremost. Secondly, trying to repeat every single word in repeat sentences. Okay, I know repeat sentences are very important. It has a lot of marks. You have to make sure that you repeat good amount of content, but this approach of repeating every single word as it is can lead to a lot of fumbling, a lot of errors, issues with fluency. This if repeating, snowballing effect, all of this, just because you want to repeat every single word. It doesn't matter how many times you pause, how many times you stop. That's not going to happen. Significant portion of marks come from fluency, and just if you are able to repeat 60% content, especially in longer sentences, especially in longer sentence, you can get good score, perfect score. Short sentences, fine, go ahead, repeat each and every word. Short sentences, it's not even difficult. You can do it, you should do it, you must do it, but not long sentences. Long sentences, try to repeat whatever you remember without pausing, and you should be fine with that. Don't be too hard on yourself. Okay, coming to practicing only one section at a time and then leaving it completely and moving on. So when you do something like that, okay, this month I'm only going to make my speaking perfect. 1 month I'm only practicing speaking. Next month I'm only going to focus on my writing. Honestly, you think it's not happening? I have seen a lot of people do like this. I thought 1 month I will only do speaking. No, it is not working. It's crucial that you practice all types of questions from the very beginning to identify your weaknesses, where you are making a mistake, what is going uh, what is going wrong with you, which strategy is working, which strategy is not working, and then simultaneously prepare each and everything. Maybe one day speaking, one day writing, one day reading is fine, but 1 week speaking only. 1 week only writing, one week maybe you have mistakes and maybe you're losing marks in writing, but practice all the questions together. That's why I say do a sectional mock test every day, but do at least two full mock tests every week at least. So once in the whole week you should have practiced each and every question type and see where you're making a mistake and where you're losing marks. Then over complicating a sentence, where will we do that? Essay, summarize spoken text, where you're typing, where you're forming your own sentences. If you're over complicating it, maybe making it too long, using complex structures that you're not comfortable with, you're not confident about, that is only going to cost you marks. Do not overcomplicate your sentences. Long, complex sentences which you are not confident about, please refrain from doing all that. Okay, because it's better to write short and clear and concise sentences. It will have greater impact and it will give you better score rather than going and attempting something you're not sure about. Okay, so unnecessary complication is not needed right now. If you put good content, even a clear and concise structure sentence will work. Adding unnecessary details which do not have anything to do with the topic. Okay, the topic is about pollution, noise pollution, and then you've discussed a little bit about noise pollution, and then you started, there's also one another type of pollution which is called uh, or fuel pollution from the gases and stuff like that, and then you start discussing about that. You're talking about, the topic is about noise pollution and you're talking about general pollution, and you're talking about chemical pollution and stuff like that, and you're like, what is this unnecessary topic, where is it coming from? So avoid unnecessary details. Okay, especially in tasks like describe image, just put as much content as possible. Unnecessary detail here will be generic sentences just to fill in the time. Same goes for retail lecture, and same goes for the summarized spoken text and essay, wherein just because you are not sure about the topic, you're just putting unnecessary details to take care of the word limit. So avoid adding unnecessary, irrelevant details. Next, speaking too quickly or too slowly, both doesn't work. Okay, so find a moderate space for speaking too quickly can make you unclear. You will pause for too long, you will fumble, and your pronunciation will not be proper. Speaking too slowly, the microphone will cut you off if you take too many pauses. You're They're stopping for more than 2 seconds, you lose that particular question. So both of them, they don't work anymore. Focusing too much on the grammar and avoiding the content altogether. I know grammar is important. I agree grammar is important, but your content is the first priority. Your content has to be your priority. It has to be relevant, it has to be on topic, it has to be clear. Stay on the topic. Do not include any unnecessary information, and do not overly complicate your stuff just because you want to put good grammar that doesn't make any sense in this topic. Okay, so for varied reasons, many and varied, they're synonyms, but they don't go everywhere. So sometimes when many makes better sense, put many. You don't need to put varied there. Okay, important, significant, I agree, significant looks better, but sometimes when important plays a better role, put important. So don't overly emphasize too much on the grammar over the content. Put content where it's needed. Always content is the priority in PTE. Every question which is having information, that for that particular question, content is should be your priority. Next, assumptions. Assuming that, okay, I'm watching all the videos, I know each and every strategy, I will ace my exam. Just by watching the videos, my videos or anybody else's videos, doesn't necessarily mean that it will give you instant success. You have to apply that and see if it is working for you or not. Some strategies may work for someone, may not work for you. So apply and see which strategy is working and go for that. Until and unless you practice and you see this trial and error thing, it will not be clear what is working and what is not working. So don't just assume it, practice it, apply it, and then test it and see if it is working or not. Then again, just by this, okay, my practice is well and I will have the same result as the test. No, this can lead to, you know, overconfidence and underperformance. So make sure you keep giving as many mock tests as possible. One mock test you've given, you've got 70 score. Oh, I've got 70, I need 65. I'm done and dusted. My exam is after 15 days. It's fine. I'll give one or two mock tests again and I'll be fine. No, keep taking as many mock tests as you can. Don't just rely on one or two results. Even if you keep getting 70, don't, it's fine. Keep getting 80, it's fine. Keep practicing until you take your exam as if it is the first time you're writing it. Do not, you know, I've seen a lot of students when I used to physically take classes and I used to conduct this paper based mock test. I used to like print this thick exam kind of thing and I used to give them the exam sheets and do the corrections and stuff like that. And they used to be so well in these things. And when they went for the exam, what happened? You used to do so well in the mock tests. I don't know what happened. I knew I was doing well in the mock tests. And did you take mock tests again before you took exams? Why? Why do I have to? I did well. No. PTE is such an exam where even if you're doing well, you can't stop your practice. You have to keep the practice going. So it's good if you're getting your desired score, but it doesn't mean, it's not an indication to stop your practice. Until and unless you sit for your exam, do not stop preparing, do not stop practicing, do not stop testing yourself. It will only make you better. I've seen a lot of people who have practiced and in the very first attempt they've got 9 in each. So it is very much doable and it is very much possible, only with a little more effort. So these are all the things that do not work anymore, the ineffective strategies that don't work anymore in 2025. All right. So yeah, that's about today's video, guys. If you have any doubts or queries or any other issues that you're facing, do not hesitate to comment and I will discuss them in the next video. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.